Hello friends, our today's topic of learning is language and style of business writing. This is a very important topic because whatever we do or whatever is being done around us in our personal life, in business scenario, in business environment, in education houses, in research and development, ultimately has to come down into written form. Why business writing is important? Because whatever things are being discussed, being planned, projected, assigned, decided has to ultimately come and converted into written form to get documented for future reference. Of course, what is converted into written format can be used for future references or at the time of need. We can refer back what was decided and how it needs to get implemented further. So that is why business writing is something so important thing that we cannot escape it or escape it. We have to learn it in full length in order to become a good writer of different kinds of projects, reports, letters. And if you see, there are ample use of business writing in every work what you do on your professional front. So we will have a very good talk on it. I have come up with various important issues in business writing. So let us see. And this presentation is being provided to you by Communication Concepts and Techniques. So if you like the presentation, you are requested to please subscribe. What all things are there in business writing? We see we are in habit of making dangling expressions. What's the meaning of dangling? The meaning of dangling is losing freely. So here you see, when you write a sentence, there are so many words which are not properly connected, which do not interpret, which do not join with the rest part of the information of a sentence, and ultimately they do not give one particular meaning. The direction goes somewhere else. When the meaning directs somewhere else and the exact sense of the meaning that does not come out of a sentence, what the reader wants to speak, what the speaker wants to speak ultimately has, is called dangling expression. For example, if you see, so after reading the proposal, this is a good example, after reading the proposal, a few problems occurred to me. Actually, these problems did not occur to me. There was a problem in the proposal. But because of dangling expression, this is, giving the kind of expression that has to be after reading the proposal, I noted a few problems. So this has to be there. In the second example, if you see, Dr. Alice gave a presentation on the use of drugs in our auditorium. So what he did, he gave a presentation on the use of drugs in our auditorium. Actually, the speaker wanted to say, Dr. Alice gave a presentation in our auditorium on the use of drugs. You must always use specific and concrete language in order to make your expression effective. There are few examples like what is specific and concrete language, which is describing a particular scenario, a particular incident with all the required details. That makes your information more authentic, more accurate, and of course ultimately more acceptable. For example, the vehicle broke down several times recently. The vehicle, nothing is explained about the vehicle. Broke down several times, nothing specific has been given over there. Recently refers to no specific time. So this sentence does not give any specific detail. And of course we can understand that in business world, specific details are highly required. So what in place of this, we should have written the delivery van broke down 3 times last week. So this is always we are following specific details when we are giving, we are scripting business details. Next example, enclosed, please find an application form that you should return at your earliest convenience. So this could have been, in order to have the simple and direct expression, we could have spoken it. Please return the enclosed application form before May 15. This is the exact date, and this exact action is expected by the reader. So here we must try to always write, specific and concrete language, and that is highly required, highly demanded, and highly appreciated into the business world. Now next we see, this is an example: student cook and serve grandparents. Of course, the intention, the meaning of this news is something else. But because of this dangling expression, we are having the meaning, the direction of the meaning is going in some wrong direction, some other direction, some objectionable direction. It seems, the student cooked grandparents and served it. Otherwise, the student, just prepare food for grandparents. This is the actual meaning of it. So because of dangling expression, we keep on having these kind of problems here and on. Let us go and see few other cases like redundancy. Redundancy is a very prevalent problem in terms of business writings, business expressions, where we repetition of words, we repeat the words unnecessarily. And we must try to curtail this habit, because this always makes our entire communication, entire expression very poor. For example, signing both copies of the lease is a necessary requirement could have been said like, signing both copies of the lease is necessary. Necessary and requirement are referring to the same thing. Combine the ingredients together. Again, is the redundancy there. We can identify the redundancy and we can remove it. So now it happens to be combine the ingredients. Combining and together are having the same meaning. So here is a list of like this, and you must always check back what you write. That's why it is said, first you write, and first draft is never final draft. You must always try to edit it at times. You must revise it, redraft it, edit it, and make necessary changes in it before transmitting it, before sending it, so that you could always take a very good care of these kind of mistakes are not passed on to other fellows, other persons. Like for example, advanced planning. Of course, we know planning is always in advance. Past history, history belongs to past only. Basic fundamentals, what are basic? Those are fundamentals. Planning ahead, of course, planning can never be done for the past. Repeat again, of course, the same meaning. Both the words are carrying the same meaning. We are in habit of speaking like, can you, sir, can you please repeat again? But repeating, if you are requesting for repeating it, it has, the sense in it. It has the complete meaning in it. Each and every, of course, either each or every, both are referring to the same thing. Free gift, what is not free, that can never be gift. What is gift, that will always be free. Now, what we need to check in order to make our business writing more emphatic, more valuable, more appreciable. Here, first, we must always try to have a very good, meticulous, pruning should be there in order to put the grammars, put the tenses correctly in our write-ups. So, uses of tense correctly is highly required. Second is subject-verb agreement. Of course, number of subject varies with the verbs. So there has to be some number game in verbs and in subject and verb. You have to just check it out. Subject, like one may happen like Tom goes to market. Tom is singular, goes form will come there, and all are going to market. They all go to market. So this is the three examples of different subject-verb agreement. So you must always try to identify, the subject should agree with the verb, and verb in correspondence should agree with the subject. Usage of articles, of course, there are certain, 20-25 rules for, use of articles, definite articles, indefinite articles, a and the. So in what cases they are used used in specific cases. You must try to learn out those cases so that these kind of small mistakes of articles are not, just being a part of your business writing, and ultimately, your business writing is error free. Capitalization, what I have observed personally, most of you do not give proper care of capitalization. Some write, first name with cap, second name or surname, they just start with the small. So that is always, observed, that is always observed, and that is not taken to be Good. Spellings has to be correct. Of course, we are we are most of the time working on laptops, so they just have got spell check. Otherwise, when you are writing, you are writing by hand or making some handwritten documents, you must always try to take care of spellings. Prepositions, of course, you must try to prepare the list of prepositions. Keep looking at different kind of prepositions and their what kind of sense or what kind of meaning or what kind of limitations they are giving to the overall expression. That has to be taken very good care of. Then possessives also cause a number of mistakes or errors in a sentence, because there are two possessives, three possessives. They always just are forwarded with a kind of apostrophe. So you must always try to take care of that. Possessives are taken a well care of whenever they are there in the sentence. Let us go next and see what kind of expression is more accepted, more appreciated into business world. Of course, for business write-ups, we must try to avoid wordy expression and we must lead to concise expression. So for wordy expression is concerned, there are unnecessary usage of words for saying a small talk, where we can just avoid number of words in order to reach to a particular expression. For example, do not fail to bear in mind. This is it's a wordy expression. It is not required. With direct expression, we can just alter it and we can make our talk more effective. Like remember is direct, remember is easily understandable, remember occupies lesser space on paper as compared to do not fail to bear in mind. Issue instructions to inform, are in a position to, can, in line with your suggestion, as you suggest. So you just feel it and try to just cultivate the habit of writing concise, because Shakespeare the Great had told once that brevity is the soul of it. You have to say bigger talks using little words, small words, minimum number of words. So that talks about the piece of your wisdom. And of course, concise writing is always appreciated everywhere. So with a reference to about, for the purpose of an examples in the event that, if, at the present time, now, it can be altered with just a small word now. At a later date, later, are of the opinion that, believe. So these are very, these are the, you can always try to avoid wordy expression as compared to the concise expressions or direct expressions available for, alternates. Then what would you select? What would you select in order to make your business writing more emphatic, more effective? Of course, the words you select and the use of words, there's a two separate list. We must avoid the first column and we should try to use the second column. Like abstract writing does not lead to any definite idea. Abstract is quite unplanned situation, quite unplanned scenario, where concrete, where every detail, every specific details are given, every specific expressions are made in terms of time, date, a specific incident, the doer of the incident, the coordinator, and the activity, the conducting authority, the organizing authority. So every detail has to be quite concrete. In place of abstract, we should always try to go for concrete terms. Then for general, we should try to write specifically. Our writing has to be quite specific. Business is very specific, affair. It is not a very generic affair. It is a very specific affair. We must always try to write simple, because of course we are interacting with a larger mass. We cannot write complex. Okay, we are writing, it has to be understood by millions of customers, consumers, subscribers, clients, stakeholders, and peer group, employees inside the organization, employees outside of the organization. So this has to be quite simple in terms of expression, so that it is easily understandable. Okay, and in place of making it complex, using difficult words, using jargons, we must try to avoid jargons. Jargons means technical terms. We must try to avoid technical terms. We should try to write generic words, simple words, so that everybody is able to understand it. Then passive is, an active. Our word should be active. Active expression is a direct expression. Passive expression is a roundabout expression. So always try to avoid passive expression, always try to make it a direct expression. Then of course we should try to just develop the habit of, cultivate the habit of writing positive, writing short sentences, writing concise sentences. Our talk has to be quite conversational, as if we are telling a story, we are giving the detail step by step, so that people get more connected with us, listener or reader gets more connected with us. Then word we should use that is familiar to a larger mass as compared to unfamiliar or specific words. And again, we should not follow the circumlocutionistic way. Circumlocutionistic means roundabout. It means wordy expression, rounded expression. That is not a direct expression. Rather, business world demands direct expression. So word selection has to be done in this, this yellow column. As per the yellow column, we must try to cultivate the habit, and gradually when you start, looking at it, suppose if I have, just sparkled it in your mind that these are the things that you have to just keep in mind when you are writing. You have to observe these things, that these things are, taken a good care of. So of course your writing will get better every time. Your writing will get more effective every time. So you have to just take a very good care of it. Then preferring simple words. What is the meaning of simple words? Like ascertain, it looks to be a difficult one. It is not, a larger mass, you have seldom found them speaking this word ascertain. While learn is a very common, very familiar, very usable, very expressive term. So not list, you should not use the words that are given in the not column, rather but column what are given. So these are easy words, easily understandable words. You must always try to follow these words like learn, try, list, enumerate, list, fluctuate, vary, indispensable, vital, initiate, start. So there are easy words, commonly understandable words, words of people. Actually, these are the words of people. These are the words of masses, and we must always try to use word of masses. For example, here I have written also in a small block. I have written an example to recapitulate our utilization of adulterated water precipitated the interminable delays. It's a very difficult to understand. Why such a wordy expression? Why such a difficult expression? Of course, we are talking to some other person and he has to understand this. We can just alter these sentences by writing very simple, very plain text. It could be, in short, our use of impure water caused the endless delays. This is simple, this is direct, and this is more acceptable. So these are the few things that I have just taken account of that if students, particularly when they are writing, when are developing write-ups, preparing reports, preparing letters, preparing projects, or writing the minutes of the meeting, or noting down discussions, should always take care of the things that I have enumerated over there, that I have just counted over here. And I hope you have learnt out of it, and if you have really liked it, you are requested to please subscribe the channel. And this was a presentation provided to you, given to you by Communication Concepts and Techniques. Thank you very much for listening all this patiently.